Hi everybody, welcome to our TNT Wednesday the 18th of October, and outside we've got all the kids heading off to the university as they just whip past the beach house here. I'm looking out at the Andaman Sea, very, very calm out there at the moment, but weather will be part of our discussions this morning. Now, yesterday there was a lot of talk about this decision by the Thai government to allow Russian visitors to have a 90-day visa waiver, extending that from the 30 days. And we've got just a few of those comments later, but we did get, let's see, some 726 likes on yesterday's program, 586 comments. So a lot of people talking about that particular issue yesterday, and a lot of interest, mostly negative commentary, most of it targeted at Russian citizens, but we'll leave that aside. Now, Thai PBS World has been reporting that Seta has met Putin in Beijing. This is the first time the new Thai Prime Minister has met with the Russian Premier. And there's the two of them. It must be about a foot of difference in their heights. And it says that Thailand's Prime Minister, Seta Thavisin, met with the Russian President Vladimir Putin in Beijing yesterday evening to discuss bilateral issues. And the two of them are among leaders and representatives from more than 130 countries attending an international forum on Belt and Road initiatives. Seta is also scheduled to have a bilateral meeting with President Xi. And the Russian news agency Sputnik reported that Putin was also scheduled to meet with the Vietnamese, Mongolian and Lao presidents. It said Putin has emphasised the global South's significance in light of the emerging multipolar world order and pledged to strengthen Russian connections with Asian nations. Well, I'll leave you all to decode that particular paragraph. And posting on X social media platform, Seta said he had meetings yesterday with executives of several of China's major businesses, finance and telecommunication conglomerates. And he said every company I talked to today expressed interest in investing in Thailand. And just a bit more reporting about the Thai Prime Minister's visit to China. And Putin and Seta pledge efforts to actively develop Russian-Thailand relations. And this reported by calsodenglish.com. And further down in the article, according to TASS, the Russian president assured the Thai premier at a meeting that Russia would do its best to develop relations with Thailand, saying he expected the two economies to boost trade. For our part, we'll do all we can to develop relations as intensively as possible and make a notable contribution to developing our countries. Now, this is just a lot of waffle to keep the media happy. All the important discussions would have happened before the meeting. And unfortunately, bilateral trade declined a bit amid the turbulent international situation last year. And Putin described the ongoing humanitarian ties between Russia and Thailand as encouraging. He also noted the growing tourist flow. The next 2 years, he said, will be years of cultural exchange and tourism in the two countries. And we've been cooperating actively in the international arena too. They certainly have, and I'm just reading these comments as reported by the various media. Just something on the side that I noted. Just check his socks, wearing pink socks yesterday, matching his pink tie. This seems to be somewhat of a dress cue that we might see more of with the Thai Prime Minister, noting last week he was meeting with Singapore's President Lee, and in that case he was wearing red socks with a matching red tie. And we'll be looking to further cooperation between his ties and socks in the future. Just going to a bit of coverage over the other 90-day visa waiver offered to Russian citizens yesterday, and thepatianews.com, reports Thailand to allow Russian tourists to stay up to 90 days visa-free to boost tourism, in case you missed the details. And the Thai cabinet approved on October the 16th for Russian tourists to stay up to 90 days, increased from 30 days on a visa-free program. And the new program will start November the 1st and end April the 30th next year. And down the bottom of that article, it said the decision to allow Russian citizens to stay longer in Thailand wasn't without controversy online, as citizens of other nations complained that the measure didn't apply to more countries or criticised Russia's ongoing war against Ukraine, stating that Russian citizens should not be given extra privileges at this time. And we had plenty of that in our comments section yesterday, and thanks to those people that did share their thoughts, a lot of them grievances. Let's read this one. I see a lot of butthurt in the comments, but where is the butthurt about Koreans, Brazilians, Chileans, Argentines and Peruvians getting 90 days visa exemption stamps in Thailand? Because if you read into the details, those countries give Thai citizens 90 days visa-free access to their countries. I wouldn't be surprised if Russia and Thailand have similar bilateral agreements. Meanwhile, Western countries, the US, EU, UK, Australia, New Zealand, make Thai citizens run the gauntlet in order to obtain a simple tourist visa. Maybe that's got something to do with it. Well, yes, it probably has. But yesterday's commentary was mostly negative, most people wondering why on earth just Russian citizens are getting this extension. The Prime Minister said at the time, well, it's because Russia's very cold at that time of the year. But as I pointed out yesterday, and a lot of the other commenters, people like from Canada saying, it's pretty cold in Canada at that time of the year. Can I have a 90-day visa waiver as well? Now, is this going to be extended to other countries? Was this just a bit of show and tell before his meeting with the Russian president yesterday? We'll just have to wait and see. But in the meantime, stoking a lot of controversy in the comments sections and online platforms around Thailand from aggrieved expats. Well, thanks for dropping in on our Wednesday TNT, catching up with all the latest news. And a big thanks to our sponsors, 5 Star Marine, been with us since day one. And now there's both a link in the description below for our viewers that would like to make a booking and get a bit of a discount. But otherwise, you can go to this website here, and it's 5starmarinephuket.com, and you can read that for all the details about their various destinations and how you can make a booking. Thank you to 5 Star Marine. We go to, at least one good news story today from ThaiPBSWorld.com. Thai heroine emerges from carnage in Israel. And a 40-year-old Thai woman has been praised for her heroic rescues of Thais trapped in the war zone in Israel. And Wipwadi Wanachai, known to her friends as Jam, and another Thai woman drove through the battle zone to help Thais who found themselves trapped amid the ongoing fighting in the country. And when the fighting broke out earlier this month, a large number of Thais who had previously used her legal services began contacting her via messages and telephone, asking for her help. So a Thai friend known as Nong and I decided to go out on rescue missions. Very brave reaction indeed. Let's see what happened. Jam and Nong embarked on the missions in the belief that they could only die once, so they would do everything to help their Thai compatriots. And she live-streamed her missions, showing groups of soldiers and tanks. Sometimes she had to negotiate with armed men to enter places where Thai workers were sheltering. Her postings drew thousands of viewers and great praise and moral support, and she found that much of the accommodation used by Thai workers was burnt down, destroying their documents and belongings. And she said when they want to return to Thailand, they've got nothing left with which to identify themselves to the authorities. So I helped them contact the Thai authorities. And to help Thais in need was not easy, as there were dangers everywhere she went, she said, adding that she always asked God to open ways for her and to protect her and her friend. So it looks like she's picked up a bit of religion there in the Holy Lands. We go to nationthailand.com and their coverage of the story. Netizens applaud heroine Wipwadi for rescuing nearly 100 Thais stranded in Israel. And the Nongbua Lamphun native became an overnight sensation on social media after a clip recording her heroic efforts to rescue Thai workers from Israel's war zone went viral. And TikTok user Dapan383 posted a clip on Monday in which a dashboard camera captured Wipwadi driving a truck through Israeli military checkpoints to pick up Thai workers stranded in the conflict zone near the Gaza Strip. And she was reportedly working in Israel when war broke out on October the 7th. Approximately 30,000 Thais are believed to be working in Israel, mostly in the agricultural sector. with some 5,000 living near the conflict zone. And the Prime Minister said on Sunday the government's readied 32 flights to bring back some 5,700 Thai workers from Israel this month. However, 7,500 Thais have registered with the Thai embassy in Tel Aviv to return home. So just one story out of, I'm sure, many of Thais helping each other to sort this situation out, as many of them tried to repatriate back to Thailand. Time to talk weather on the program. We go to channelnewsasia.com, reporting 5 killed in Thai floods with more heavy rain expected, and 5 people were killed in floods in Thailand's north this week. Since the beginning of the monsoon season in September, well, the monsoon season starts a lot earlier in some parts of Thailand. A total of 23 Thai citizens have died in floods and 33 have been injured, according to the Public Health Ministry. And Thai authorities issued flood warnings for 32 provinces on Tuesday. That's out of 77 provinces in Thailand. Heavy rains also forecast for Bangkok and the popular resort island of Phuket. We'll check that in just a moment. And further down there, more than 62,000 Thai households have been impacted by floods this wet season, according to the statement. Let's just check exactly what's happening with the weather, because it's not quite as dire as made out by that article. Going to Phuket, and we've got Wednesday, a little bit of rain. Thursday, it looks like not much at all. But then Friday and Saturday, well, yes, certainly rain over the weekend, but not volumes of rain. And then we go to Bangkok. We've got Wednesday and Thursday, just a little bit. Friday, probably nothing. And then on Saturday, a bit more rain. But Sunday and Monday, not much to report. And up to Thailand's northeast. And we've got pretty much fine weather all the way through the forecast period. But let's go to the weather animation. We go to Venture Sky, and this is the current situation, and you can see a big low pressure area, not quite a tropical storm, but still gathering lots of water, lots of rain, about to descend on the Vietnamese coast as it heads westward into Thailand over the next few days. But well, according to the forecast, it looks like that's probably going to dissipate before it gets to the northeast of Thailand. But just checking the weather, and those people in the flooded areas, please take care. Let's go to a bit of a follow-up with the Tesla story. Remember that yesterday the Thai Prime Minister said he wanted to meet Elon Musk and representatives from Tesla to encourage them to build at least some of the components here in Thailand. But maybe some of the Teslas have got a rather odd problem with them. And this reported by nationthailand.com. Your Tesla cannot see ghosts, says a Chulalongkorn University lecturer as he advises car owners to update software. And a science lecturer yesterday dismissed claims of a Tesla car detecting ghosts, saying it was really a software error. And one TikTok user posted a clip showing her car screen capturing images of so-called ghosts while she was driving through a Buddhist temple. The lecturer advised the TikTok user to immediately get her car's software updated at Tesla Thailand before the car becomes dangerous for pedestrians and motorists alike. A few days ago, the TikTok user posted a clip showing images on the screen of her Tesla. And the clip went viral quickly and was even picked up by several television stations. Oh yes, Thais love any stories about ghosts. The woman said in the clip that she and her husband had just bought the Tesla and learned from other owners outside Thailand that the car's onboard sensors detected strange things, even ghosts. Hence, she said, she and her husband decided to test this theory by driving around a Buddhist temple's crematorium at night. And the clip showed what appeared to be a human shape walking slowly behind the car, but when she looked back to check, there was nobody. And she said her car's screen also displayed what appeared to be a person standing in front of the crematorium, although nobody was there. TV stations went one step further by interviewing a monk at the temple who said sighting ghosts at night was normal there. And he himself had seen some unexplained shadows. But the Chulalongkorn University lecturer said such software errors were dangerous because the onboard safety of the car would stop it immediately, thinking it was going to crash into a human, which in turn would cause serious accidents, as reported in many countries. As I said, Thais love stories about ghosts, and that story's been doing the rounds on just about all Thai media over recent days. Let's go to bars. And timeout.com in Bangkok reports the world's 50 best bars for 2023 announced. 2 Bangkok bars made the list. And the results for the world's 50 best bars are in. The award ceremony held in Singapore. The top spot's been awarded to the crown jewel of Barcelona, Sips. Coming in second and third are Double Chicken Please in New York and Handshake Speakeasy in Mexico. We'll see a bit later that a lot of South American bars make that top 50 list. And the highest ranking Thai bar on the list is the Four Seasons BKK Social Club, which also helms the status of Asia's best bar on the list, while Mahaniyom makes us proud with a debut at number 19. Here is a list of the top 50 best bars. And you can see bars North America, Mexico, Spain, England, France, Mexico. A lot in Mexico. Best bar in South America. And then we've got one in Norway and then Argentina. We'll see a lot of these Argentina bars. Line, a new opening in London. And then we've got number 13, the BKK Social Club. A few in Singapore, Australasia, Spain, USA. And then as we go down, Mexico, Argentine, a lot of them in South America, but pretty much spread right around the world. So you can check out that list yourself. That's at timeout.com, the 50 best bars as announced in Singapore. And with that, I thank you very much for joining us today as we whip around Thailand and just a little bit beyond to find out the main news stories. Hopefully you're a bit more up to date. I invite you to please subscribe to the channel. Hopefully you've enjoyed the program, and we'll see you tomorrow.